What's up, everybody? Welcome to Top 10 Character Moments. Today we're breaking down my list for the 10 best DCAMU moments of Raven. Be sure to tune in every Friday to watch my latest Top 10 video. In each video, I will break down my list for a specific character's best moments and why I like them so much. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everyone who helped me reach 150 subscribers here on this channel. It means the world to me. My next subscriber goal is 300 subscribers. I want to see if we can get there before the end of this year. Also, head over to my other YouTube channel called Sector for Nerds and subscribe there as well. It's free and it really helps support me as a content creator. Thank you all so much. Alright, you guys, let's get into some honorable mentions before cracking the top 10, shall we? First up, doing magic with Constantine. Seeing the two of them say those three magic words in unison. You know the ones. Azarath, Metreon, Zinthos. Good stuff. Next up, taking on the Blue Beetle in a training battle. She didn't win, but she did make her father mad, so that made her happy. Plus, it was great seeing these two characters square off against one another. And finally, giving Damian a dog. It was just like this out of nowhere moment at the end of Teen Titans The Judas Contract, but it was still cool nonetheless. The dog, who's known as Titus, made several other appearances in the DCAMU, such as Batman Hush and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Alright, you guys, let's get into the top 10 list itself. You guys ready? Here we go. At number 10, teaming up with Superman. Talk about a hell of a tag team. I mean, I guess it would have been had Clark still possessed powers, but still. At number 9, healing Damian. After getting into a fight with the Blue Beetle, Damian gets knocked unconscious and half of his face gets messed up. To be fair, Robin did have it coming after provoking Beetle. Raven steps in and heals him with her powers, but in doing so, knocks herself unconscious. Once Robin wakes up and he realizes what happened, he shows a look of genuine concern on his face. I think it was one of the first big moments where Robin realized he fucked up. At number 8, protecting Damian. In Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Damian gets caught in a trap by a bunch of laser beams and gets taken off his feet. Raven says those three magic words of hers to protect him from the beams and proceeds to take them out. She's just looking out for her man, you know what I mean? At number 7, spending some fun time with the Titans. I talked about this in my top 10 Damian Wayne best moments video, but why I love this scene so much is because we actually get to see the teen side of the Teen Titans. They can just be kids and not superheroes. Raven spends most of her time hanging around Damian, going on the Ferris wheel, looking at trick mirrors, and eating cotton candy. But my favorite thing Raven tells Damian in this scene is, you may be insufferable, but in your heart, you are a kind and generous soul. It actually does sum him up really well. We all know how much Damian is a piece of shit, but at his core, he does care about others. I mean, he gave his toy sword he won to a little kid, so that's gotta count for something, right? At number 6, taking her friends to Azarath, her home. It is here we get the backstory for this version of Raven, and it was really messed up. And for those who watched those scenes in Justice League vs. Teen Titans, you know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, it was cool getting to see Azarath, and I don't think I realized that it was that place first time around until she mentions it. At number 5, turning herself in to save her friends. After demons of Trigon possess the members of the Justice League, we get a battle between them and the Teen Titans. By the way, this is the only battle we get between these two factions in the movie, and it lasts 5 minutes, if that. It's a great movie, don't get me wrong, but man, we gotta work on our titles, DC. After Raven realizes they're in a losing battle, she turns herself in to save her friends. A very admirable thing to do. At number 4, keeping her father locked away in a prison. But it's not just any prison. It's a prison she has to keep on her at all times, meaning that on occasion, he's gonna mess with her mind. She was originally going to stay behind and watch him until Damian reminds her that she doesn't belong here, she belongs with the Titans. Raven goes through a lot because of her father, but in overcoming that, she's one of the strongest superheroes there are. At number 3, admitting her feelings to Damian, but not before he admitted his to her. Damian wanted Raven to join the League of Assassins, not because she was a good warrior, but because he liked her. If she didn't, she made the right decision. Raven moves closer to him and says, "It wasn't that at all. I left because my father wants to kill you. After everything, I couldn't risk that." Ugh, I love this scene. And then Damian holding her hand and the two smiling at one another was just icing on the cake. Only thing missing was a kiss. But that's okay, because at number 2 on my list, kissing Damian at the end of Apocalypse War. I waited so many movies for it to happen, and finally, at the very end before the Flashpoint, it did. James Gunn, this is a message for you, even though you'll probably never see this. I know you have plans for Damian in your new universe, and that's so awesome. But if you plan to introduce Raven as well, please make them a thing. I love seeing the two of them together in the DCAMU and would love nothing more to see it in your universe as well. And I know there's a lot of people out there that want it too, so if you would be so inclined, please do it. And finally, at number 1 for my favorite Raven DCAMU moment, becoming White Raven / saving Damian. After Damian takes a bullet for his father, Raven cradles his body in her arms and says, "I love you," and then proceeds to use her powers to revive him, and in the process, become White Raven. She took a chance, and it worked. Put aside the fact that it's Damian, it's cool that Raven was able to use her powers to revive someone like that. But of course, since she's reviving her man, it makes it that much better. James Gunn, I'm telling you, you know what to do. So there you have it, guys. That's my list for the top 10 best Raven DCAMU moments. If you like this video, then you'll probably like the video I made on my best moments of Damian Wayne, so be sure to check that out. Next week, I'll be breaking down my picks for the most evil man in the Star Wars universe, Sheev Palpatine, aka the Emperor, aka Darth Sidious. Thank you all so much for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.